Weather may have kept them off the pitch since August 8th, but the still undefeated Owls of Union Omaha return home to Warner Park tonight, welcoming in the Flamingos of Forward Madison FC for some Wednesday night USL League One action presented by Nebraska Medicine. I'm Chris Makoviak, happy to have you with us for this Midwestern battle here in USL League One, and center stage really for the Omaha defense. Excellent so far here in their inaugural campaign, and really came to show against North Texas. The team as a whole forced 19 interceptions. That's a game high for any side in a performance this season in USL League One. And because of that, in the end, they did get that goal, 1-0 victory, courtesy of Evan Conway on the night here at Warner Park. They'll be looking to do the same, wreak some havoc maybe for Daryl Shore and the opposing Flamingos here as they face another road challenge. Forward Madison yet to win on the road here in 2020. For the offense of Union Omaha, Ethan Vanacore-Decker, player of the week for the league 2 weeks ago, has been excellent on the ball, creating chances, leads the team in creating chances, 2 assists along with his goal against Tucson last week. So look for really the offense to move through him. He'll be on the wing a lot of times, but his service has been excellent, as you can see in the number 7 kit, setting up Evan Conway for the first goal in club history for Union Omaha. He'll do much of the same if, of course, Madison can't lock him down today. The former SKC two-man has been excellent with his movement, according to head coach Jay Mims, and certainly we'll see the same here this evening. On the other side, the player of the week this week in USL League One is Don Smart of Forward Madison, leading goal scorer last year for Madison, and of course getting his account going against Tormenta, 1 goal, 2 assists. He'll be looked to create some action inside the attacking midfield for the Flamingos. Coming up, a Midwestern battle. Could it be a derby? We'll find out in the first chapter as Madison and Union Omaha meet up here, League One, Wednesday night.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
There is more to explore in the Blackstone District.
Tonight we would like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union ball kids. Hey fans, we would like to thank these awesome restaurants here in the Omaha Metro for providing team meals to our players during the 2020 season. 1912 Benson Brewery, Early Bird Brunch, El Chicano, Epoca Cantina, Chick-fil-A Bellevue, Raising Cane's, and The Corner Kick. We appreciate your support and team meals during our 2020 season. To Warner Park as we get things going here from the Omaha metro area, and we prepare for our starting 11s in our match tonight presented by Nebraska Medicine. And we will begin with the home side, of course, Union Omaha, and the starting 11s presented by Rotella's Italian Bakery. Pretty similar starting 11. We do see Skiers step out of the 11. In comes Tyler David from the Tucson victory 2-1 2 weeks ago, excuse me. It's been a week and a half since Union Omaha has played due to a postponement, unfortunately, at Chattanooga last week. So looking to get that confidence back going on the pitch, which they're not short of here at Warner Park, to say the least. Well, for Forward Madison, they had 1 goal entering their match last week against Tormenta, and, well, they found 4 more, to say the least. Early going, just 8 minutes in, Michael Vang in his debut for Madison puts one in, and then the Waterfalls just kept on going, with Madison finding 4 goals at the end of the night, and now 5 on the season. So the real question for the Flamingos is, was this just one thing that happened on one night, or is this going to be something we see moving forward as we head into the action this evening, and of course for their match later this upcoming weekend. And here's a look at the starting 11. A big name missing for Madison this evening. J.C. Banks missing his first match in quite a while. He has been appearing in the last 29 matches for Madison in USL League One play. That includes their playoff match against North Texas. So we'll see what effect that has on things here this evening. Of course, Brandon Eaton comes in, who is very formidable, had some injury troubles last year, but can slot right in there, and surely some confidence in his man from Daryl Shore. And we could see the debut as well for Fuzon. The United Soccer League All-47 Championship and League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism.
Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism. We thank you.
And of course, a great showing there between these two teams out in the Midwest here in USL League One. Something that maybe could turn into a derby down the line, but of course, Jay Mims, Daryl Shore, they're not focused on that tonight. They're focused on getting the 3 points. And Jay Mims put it to us simply in our call this week that rivalries are made on the field with results. These teams have not played even once before, so we'll see what action can come of it tonight. Of course, you can see Union Omaha in the all-white kit and the drip kit out there for forward Madison as they get set to go. Center forward for Madison. And we're off and running here from Warner Park, second home match in the history of Union Omaha as Madison comes to town. I'm Chris Pillick, happy to have you with us this evening for Wednesday night League One action. Boychika slipped there, and Kroll will take it in here for Union Omaha. An Omaha side that in the past week has gained control as the top defensive team here in USL League One with a .33 GAA as that goes out of play. It's a throw in for Madison, as Pato Diaz will take it. Of course, Union Omaha tied for second right now in the League One table. A great opportunity today to get sole possession of second with a victory. Here's Conway down the left side, cross in, brought down right in front of the goal, but not able to get a shot off. It was Vanacore Decker. The Otter as well putting in the service, but end for the header out of play. Marchetta will have the goal kick coming up. Our injury report presented by Young Chiropractic. And no injuries reported, which is always a great sign for two clubs in the early going of this season. Both these teams 25% through their season. Match number 5 here of 16 for Madison. And Union Omaha, they actually hit that 25% threshold this evening. Out of play on the far side Union Omaha moving from right to left. Madison from left to right. M4 went down at the end of that play. Connor Tobin pouncing on it. They're smart. Late challenge from David. It will be a free kick for forward Madison, and maybe an early talking to our head official for today's action, Karen Apt. Take a look at the Thrive Fantasy replay. Late challenge in there from Tyler David. Played with Hartford Athletic last year in the USL Championship, but missed the greater portion of the second half of the season. Connor Tobin, the captain of Madison, will stand over this one. For Daryl Shore this week in our call, he put it plainly that he has really a lot of thoughts about Lansing Ignite last year in USL League One as compared to Union Omaha, playing in a ballpark, a smaller field in terms of dimensions as well, and their pressing attack has Lansing all over it, including Elma Enfor, the former Lansing man as well. Joel DeLoss, an assistant coach now for Union Omaha as well. He was an assistant under Nate Miller in Lansing last year. As Eaton getting the foul called there as he took down Hawsworth. Hawsworth, a goal against his former club 2 weeks ago, excuse me. At Tucson, came out of the halftime break and had a lucky deflection there into the back of the net. First goal in USL League One for him, that was. She knew who will send us down the field. Tobin dealing with this one on the volley. Smart we saw a lot of times last year out on the wing. He's more of an inverted midfielder now, deeper in the formation for Daryl Shore. He said really he has a tendency to invert his runs, so he's looked at more as someone that can open things up and distribute. As we see right here, here's Wojcik, another former Hartford man, puts it in centrally. Osumanu, and then Hawsworth able to get rid of it. Elma Enfor on the run, looking up. Leonard got a touch there, slowed him down, and Eaton as well getting it out of play on the far side. A throw-in for Union Omaha. After that initial home match against North Texas, Jay Mims told us that he thought Madison gave North Texas too much room to roam and ability to move and develop their attack, and really from the first step in the match brought the pressure against North Texas and only allowed 2 shots on target along with those 19 interceptions as a defensive unit. It really did in Ronaldo Damos and North Texas SC. Didn't really see their best chances of the match come until very late in the action here at Warner Park. And that's a credit to Jay Mims and his staff for sure.
In the middle, Devin. Right there, Dev. Turn! Higher, Donnie.
Christian stays, just inside Don, right there. No foul. Fine. That's right.
Pato Diaz almost getting it back. Here's Conway. 1 goal this season, given away again. Madison has to clear.
Other way. Come on, get out there, Stebbins.
Daryl Shore told us this week that he's expecting a physical battle where really you need the bounces to go your way, as we're seeing already. He said that he hopes that his team has some time to play some soccer in there as well among all the collisions and possession interchange. Player down, meanwhile, for forward Madison, and it's the new debutant, Michael Yang. Played in the Portuguese 3rd division most recently. Got his first appearance in that 4-0 win over Tormenta for forward Madison last Friday.
Stay with the line. Come on, Zero.
Was initially slated to go to Pacific University for college in
Hey, right there, Devin.
2018, but decided to become a full-time pro. Took his talents across the Atlantic. Had to work his way up through his club from the U19 level up to the first team and ended up scoring in a friendly for his side. Now his talent's coming back to the United States as he's native of St. Paul, Minnesota. Boyce thought he had the steal. It's back with Madison. As Karen App tries to slow things down, get feeling for the game. There is Daryl Shore, former assistant coach for years in Major League Soccer. Real Salt Lake, Chicago Fire as well. And that's one thing certainly in common with Shore and Mims. Mims the last few years he has spent with Real Monarchs SLC and the overall Real Salt Lake organization. Vang puts it in, headed up. Pass Nuhu, it's in! Madison strikes first here on this Wednesday night. Right where they left off at Hart Park. Madison striking true on the set piece. Let's take another look on the Thrive Fantasy replay. And it was Michael Vang putting it in. And Madison, just like that, off the training ground, it's 1-0. 9 minutes in.
Move, Evan, move. Go ahead, Tommy.
There's Conway.
Up, Devin.
And out of that bunch of heads we saw rise, it was Trimmingham that will get the tally for Madison. Native of Trinidad and Tobago, getting his first goal of his USL career. When you have a big 6'2" center back rising up like that with service from Vang, really asking for a goal there, and that's what Madison got. For Michael Vang, his first assist as a member of Madison as well to go along with his goal last week. Here's Conway. Floats it over, but too much on this one, out of play. A goal kick for Marchetta, the Austrian. Here's the stakes for this match. Madison, with a win, moves into a tie for second with Union Omaha and Darren Sawatsky's Richmond Kickers. And for Union Omaha, on the other side, if they do get the 3 points, they would be just 3 points behind Greenville in the table with a match in hand over the side of John Harkes. Back over to Nuhu, and they'll start from the back. Statement goal early on for forward Madison. If you're just joining us, Trimmingham with a header on a set piece. It's 1-0.
Evan, get in the hole there. Behind you, Brandon. Good.
Here comes Omaha, building up the wings. Deflected ahead. This will stay barely in play. Cross in over everyone to the other side of the box. The Otter steps up, strikes, and skies it. A point-blank opportunity with no one stepping up for Madison. Connor Tobin was there, but the Barcelona man putting it out of play on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Lucky break there for the Flamingos. 23-year-old left back. That's one thing Jay Mims wants to see from his side, those fullbacks getting high up the field and influencing that attack. He thought that Luke Hallsworth at the right back spot was a little conservative against North Texas. And that was one of their main critiques heading into the Tucson game. In the end, he pushed up, created some opportunities, got the ball in on that second goal as well that ended up being put in by Vanacore Decker. Of course, Hallsworth scoring the first tally of the match as well against Tucson for the Owls. Boyce taking it back in, flicks it ahead, but Leonard the header back over. It's actually the first time that Union Omaha in this young season has faced a deficit. 0-0 scoreless draw to begin their club history at New England 2, and then the 1-0 win over North Texas on this very field, and then the 2-1 victory a week and a half ago over FC Tucson. FC Tucson side sneakily up the standings now at 6 points following their 4-goal output over Orlando City B last night. Beater. Conway cuts inside, missed challenge into the shin of Conway. It's a free kick for the Owls here on the near side. Beater over the ball, set piece specialist. Jay Mims preparing his side with a real focus on this Madison defense, loving their spacing and organization as a defense, calling them really the top defense they've seen so far as a unit here in this young season. Beater puts it in, Marchetta rising and grabs it out of the air. Marchetta 12 saves so far in the 4 starts he's had in his Madison kit. Looking for his 3rd clean sheet of the season here, 15 minutes in. Boychik heading it out of play. Madison this year losing one of their top creative abilities in Josiel Nunez, had 51 created chances, which was 3rd in League One, going along with his 4 goals, 3 assists, and they're hoping that Michael Vang really helps replace that ability with his creative prowess in the midfield, along with his goal-scoring touches. Conway the other way, trying to give it off to Vanacore Decker. Here he is, the New Jersey native, and cleared out of play by Connor Tobin. Jay Mims, actually as a college coach, was recruiting Vanacore Decker out of New Jersey. Didn't end up getting him, but always kept an eye out for him, and here he is on his professional squad here in Omaha. Corner kick here, presented by CHI Health. Ball whipped in, a dangerous one there, to say the least. It looks like another corner is being called. Madison beside themselves, but plenty of bodies there.
Tyler, get Sebas central and deeper.
On the Thrive Fantasy replay, let's take a look. It looked like Conway did get a touch there, but maybe a deflection. Nonetheless, second corner kick of the match, presented by CHI Health. Omaha going the long route. N4, met by Eaton. Now Vanacore Decker skies it out of play. We know the flock back in Madison watching this one, tuning in. Omaha Parliament there behind Marchetta for this first half. There's Jay Mims. You may hear giving some instruction here in this match tonight. Head coach of University of Nebraska, Omaha.
Come on, Evan. You gotta get connected, buddy. You gotta get connected, Evan.
For heading over to the RSL organization and now helping to create this professional organization here in the Omaha metro area.
Coming, Don.
We got to talk to him after that home victory over North Texas. And he said one of his core missions in helping to bring this professional side to light was really to grow the game in the area where people can appreciate maybe a higher tactical ability and grow their soccer intelligence really as well, to grow the game from the youth on up for sure. Paulo Jr. after this one into the box.
Turn around, Jake.
Leonard, shot also blocked. Leonard maybe again, no, out to Don Smart. Header, and Eaton could not find the back of the net. Goal kick for Union Omaha. Mims was so happy with the messages he's received by people he knows in the area about the team's style of play and ability in that first home match. He said that really it's not something new teams always get, a victory in their home opener, so that added really to the success of the night and the enjoyment for the fans at home. Header by N4 got all the way up there. For those familiar in with League One last year, they know that Elma N4 definitely can get up there for these headers. After giving up that goal to Madison, really, Omaha has been owning the possession battle to this point. Still in search of their first shot on target, despite getting 3 shots off so far early in this match.
Come on. There it is. No foul. Good. Get on. That's out. Yes, good boys. Come on, Elma.
Vanacore Decker trying to lead the attack the other way.
Back inside, Don. Back inside the middle.
Go in, Luke.
Spent time with 3 different colleges, UConn, University of Louisville, and Rutgers. Beater stepping up. Cross in, good look here, brought down, N4 couldn't settle it. And it's back out the other way and over to forward Madison. Vanacore Decker, a New Jersey product, but came up through the New York Red Bulls Academy on the Thrive Fantasy replay. You can see here, almost got the chance off, but maybe too many white kits in there trying to go after the ball all at the same time.
Get it, Dummy. Get it, Luke.
There's Luke Hallsworth, the University of Washington man. Had some time in the MPSL before joining Sawatsky at FC Tucson last year for 24 appearances. Out of play, and back to Omaha at midfield.
Over Elo. Get in, Luke.
Here's David taking the ball in.
Stay, Luke.
Draft pick for the Vancouver Whitecaps a few years ago, and a foul is won here as Leonard is called for in the midfield against Vanacore Decker. See if set pieces continue to be the story here this evening. That's how Madison scored early on, but David choosing to take the short route on this one.
Up and in, Elo.
Contreras, the captain, losing the ball to Giro.
Turn. Come on, Evan. Wider, Evan. Come on, Ethan.
Conway.
Rotate it quickly. Higher, Luke. Evan or Tommy, one of you. Turn. Break that line, Luke.
Boyce.
Yep, Tyler, get it, T. Up, Jake,
Madison
up, Jake.
holding tight so far.
Up, Jake. You can get the switch for us, Jake. Right there.
The third best
Right there, Jake.
GAA
Quickly.
to start the year, .75.
Up, Jay, carry.
Greenville Triumph second, just
Turn, T,
behind
good.
Union
There it is.
Omaha.
Keep it going, T. T, keep it going, buddy. 3 on 2 to the right, to the left.
There's Boyce.
Higher, higher. Higher, Dami, higher.
And right now, Union Omaha just can't break down this Madison defense. When you're on the road, 1-0 early, couldn't ask for more if you're Daryl Shore and Madison. And sit back a little bit here and let the game grow and take advantage of your opponent's mistakes if they do make them in possession.
Higher, Jake, higher, Jake. Yeah. A little bit, Mike. Carry.
Here's David. Deflected away. Conway couldn't get to it. A tackle by Vang. See if anything else comes out of this.
Jake, keep the game going this
Karen
way.
Apt has let them play on so far without any cards. Some physical confrontations on the Thrive Fantasy. Coming in late behind the Omaha midfielder David. And a free kick here for Union Omaha. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Vanacore Decker had an opportunity, but that whistled away. And it's a goal kick for forward Madison.
Hey, ref, this is what I'm talking about on this. He's taking so long, and this is going to continue. He's done it 5 times. I don't want to wait till halftime for this. I can't talk to him and talk about a time. I can't
There are
count.
fans in attendance today, but one of the positive parts of having these empty stadiums so far early on in the USL has been able to hear more of the action on the field and the coaches' conversation, so we'll listen in from time to time for sure. You already hear both sides making their arguments to the 4th official early on as Marchetta gets this goal kick away. Don Smart, a chance at this one.
Play, receive, play.
The King from Kingston can't get to it.
Higher time. Yep.
Osumanu, the Ghanaian moving up the field.
Turn. Turn. Come on, Mike. Yeah, come on, Mike. Going, Dave.
Devin Boyce spending 2 years at St. Louis University, alma mater of head coach Jay Mims. Another foul as Diaz goes down.
I know she's trying to manage it, but at some point, on both sides of it.
Native of Guadalajara in Mexico.
I know, but it's persistent infringement. It's so
First
many.
team all league last year as a fullback.
Both ways, so many of them. There's no rhythm of the game. So we got to set something. We're going to get the first one now. That's what's going to happen.
Quickly, get down. Yeah, Evan.
Cole will let that on back to Nuhu, former New York Red Bulls 2 keeper. Union Omaha actually announcing
Higher, Lou.
2 new signings this evening. One being a keeper, Brian Holt, who
Right there, Devin.
is an Omaha native, but weirdly enough came up through the Philadelphia Union organization a few years ago, playing with Reading United and what is now USL League 2, then Harrisburg City Islanders out in central Pennsylvania, and then up with Philadelphia Union before a couple of other stops. He was with Louisville City in the USL Championship last year, but great homecoming for him. Not in the 18, but surely we'll see him down the line. Nuhu has
Quickly, Evan.
earned his spot for sure in his first 3 starts, his 4th today. Viator. Conway couldn't get to it as Diaz moves it out of play.
On the inline, Elma. Forward. Tommy.
Conway
Get in.
goes down but gets it off. Service brought down. Eaton's there trying to clear it. Slipped a bit. Now Tobin, and a penalty there provided for Union Omaha. This will be the third penalty awarded in League One this season. No look here on the Thrive Fantasy replay, and all the credit there to Vanacore Decker and his footwork, moving the ball to his right boot to catch Tobin in there with the slide. Tobin has been strong so far tonight, 4 clearances in 28 minutes, but now allowing Omaha to maybe get back on the board. Of the 2 penalties so far in League One, only 1 has been converted. Tucson missed theirs against Chattanooga a few weeks ago. And actually one last night occurred as well. Orlando City B converting against FC Tucson. That was their lone goal of the game. See if Marchetta can come up here to keep the goose egg on the scoreboard for the home side.
There you go, right in there.
And scores. The captain converts for Union Omaha Contreras. And it's 1-1. Well, no one's getting a clean sheet tonight. Contreras, a nifty finish there around Marchetta on the Thrive Fantasy replay. The Argentine tying things up here in Warner Park. All even, 29 minutes in.
Second one, team.
For Contreras, that's his first goal of the season. Played with El Paso last year, along with their brief playoff run in the Western Conference of U.S. Sub Championship.
Get the ball, dummy, fight. Quickly, dummy.
30-year-old veteran.
Ethan. There it is, Jake. See the 9, there it is. There it is, up. There it is, Jake. Up. Go on.
Wojcik off to Don Smart. Madison eager to get back in the lead on the scoreboard. Diaz will lay this off. Enfor's there, and Marchetta has to clear. There's Tobin.
Quickly, Evan. Go ahead, dummy. Go on, Evan. Take off, Evan. Turn.
So on the table with this result, if it stands, not much changes. Union Omaha would get sole possession of second in the League One table, and Madison would be up to 5 points in 5 matches. Of course, still 60 minutes of action to come here from Warner Park. And Madison wanting to say here. Paulo Jr. down the left side, former RSL man himself. Cuts it back open, opportunity for a cross, he'll lay it off. Fangs there, tried the give and go, stolen back. Now Piotr tried to lead the attack the other way. Conway, ball ahead. N4 around Trimmingham. Advantage was played. This will be brought back for a free kick. And we will have our first card of tonight's proceedings. And it will be to Trimmingham, who had the late contact there after the excellent footwork from Elma N4. For Trimmingham, that's the second card of the season.
What's so funny? What's so funny? What's so funny? What? What's so funny? I just asked what's so funny. I'm wanting to know what the joke is. I'm just asking what's so funny. I mean, I just got a bad foul and I see a referee laugh and I just asked what's so funny.
Thrive Fantasy replay, let's take a look. Maybe by just centimeters there. Trimmingham getting a boot on top of N4. Nonetheless, looked like a foul there. It will be a free kick. Another opportunity just like that for Union Omaha here at home. Elma N4 winning that. Played his college days at Wingate University, winning a national title in NCAA Division II. Native of Cameroon. Quickly taken Vanacore. Decker couldn't get the shot off in time. Credit to Paulo Jr. coming right in there to make the stop. Lofted down, this skied, and it looks like the Austrian keeper has it. Marchetta on trial with the Seattle Sounders ahead of the start of this season. Ended up here with forward Madison after playing in the Austrian lower leagues for most of his career. Now 27 years old. Another attack breathing down his throat now. As Viator looking for the cross in, sends it behind Contreras. Looks like it was off Madison, indeed it was. And we will have our first hydration break. This one presented by Nebraska Medicine. And what a first 33 minutes we've had for you here. Madison lighting it up inside of 10 minutes on. And then Union Omaha benefiting from the tackle of Tobin inside the box. And Contreras converting from the PK spot. Let's take a look at the scoring so far in this match. Let's begin with the free kick here from Vang, and then the header into the back of the net. Nuhu not able to get to that one. And the PK converted to equalize for Contreras. And that goal officially being switched to Eric Leonard, as you can see on the replay. As he was able to get his head in there on that one, just under Trimmingham to convert. Eric Leonard getting up there and notching that one in for Madison to start. And that's his first goal for forward Madison in his career there. Let's see what these two coaches come out of this one with for a final 11 minutes plus stoppage time in the first half. Marchetta so far only dealing with one shot on target. 5 shots total for Omaha. Luckily for him, Owls skying quite a few opportunities on the doorstep. First of 2 matches this evening in USO League One coming up. As well will be Fort Lauderdale CF battling North Texas SC.
Quickly, pick it up again. Play Devin. Find it, Dev. Switch on. Find it.
N4 getting back on top of the ball. Good battle there with Giro. N4 goes down. No foul called.
Keep going, Elma, keep going.
You've talked to her about this? The goal kids? Okay, perfect. Great.
So far, enter Miami CF Stadium. Fort Lauderdale CF 2-0 leaders in the match in the 38th minute. Both goals scored by Ricky Lopez Espin, who has quietly bagged quite a few goals in this young season. Had one against Orlando City B to start off last weekend. Also a brace of assists for Eduardo Sosa, who missed the first couple matches for Fort Lauderdale CF, but looked to be their creative force in the midfield to start things.
Evan, as we break, take those first 3 steps out here first instead of here. Give yourself a little room as we break, all right?
Back underway here.
Yep. Higher, Jake. Higher, Jake.
Come on. Good dog. Now it's cross, Mike. Now it's cross, Mike.
Get it, T. Good. This way, Dev.
And 4, but foul's called, and it's headed back the other way with the handball. Just as I mentioned it, North Texas SC on the board now. Oscar Romero converting from the penalty spot. It's already our third penalty opportunity this week in League One. We have a week packed full of action. We'll see if that's foreshadowing anything to come. The next match this week will be Friday night. New England 2 hosting the Richmond Kickers. Free kick now for Forward Madison.
Stay there, Don.
Both of these teams in front of us right now will be playing on Sunday as well to end out their week.
Play Christian.
Go ahead. Stay with him, Donnie. Yep, that's fine.
Here's Diaz. Can he get there in time? He did. Knocked down by Trimmingham. And no, it did not go off in time, as there was a goal kick there before the cross occurred. Nuhu from the back. Wojcik, good pressure. As the ball is over to Kroll. Here's Eaton in his first start of the season. Paulo Jr. Allsworth getting the deflection back over to his keeper. And it's scooped in by Nuhu. Nuhu playing his college ball with Fordham. Two-time all-conference player for being picked in the MLS Super Draft of 2019 by the New York Red Bulls.
Go ahead, T. All right.
There's David. Back to Osumanu, who will actually be celebrating a birthday tomorrow, turning 24. There's Viator. Spaniard trying to keep it in play, but Don Smart, the Jamaican winger, wins it back. Diaz, though, in trouble.
Quickly, Luke. Higher, Luke.
Back with the center backs all the way at midfield.
Time, T.
Sumanu and the Owls trying to break down this Madison press. Now Viator down towards the box. Brought down by Diaz, and he wins the ball back. The right back of Forward Madison. Ball whipped in. Wojcik is there, so is Nuhu. He grabs it out of the air. Ball whipped in, headed back down. Boyce back into the fray, but nothing comes of it as Leonard will try to make some room here. There's Diaz. Wojcik. Now Madison a little bit more control here. Stay with us at halftime. We'll take you through all the matches from last weekend and anything you may have missed, all the results and their impact on the table. We thought last week might have been moving week on the table. It's certainly this week now. There's nothing really spaced out on the table other than the triumph at the top. Flag is up there. Meets the wishes of the Omaha defense.
Get on it, Connor. Get on it, Connor. Third.
Come on, Elma, Ethan. Narrow them. Let's go.
Hold up.
Up. Come on, Evan. Come on. See it, Evan. C3. Up.
Last few minutes of this first half. Final chance at a save for both these sides. Equal for the moment.
All right, okay. Second one.
That heads into the Omaha bench, and Viator will take it. It's Manu.
Behind you, Brandon. Behind you.
Turn, Devin. Turn. Tyler, deeper. Ty. Elo.
Now we go a bit. Now we go a bit.
Elo.
Contreras is through ball. A nice looking one, but back over to Marchetta here in the 44th. Maybe both these sides eager for halftime. Try to work some tactics here. Marchetta punts this into the evening sky.
That's the one, Evan.
Eaton winning that one with the deflection off the Omaha players. Now throwing for Madison. Right back to Omaha with Conway.
Just stand him up. Just stand him up. Eric, stay home. Just come to Jake.
Long floated ball, but Wojcik marked well, and it's back with Union Omaha.
A little bit, Don. A little bit.
Conway goes down. No foul.
Come on, keep going.
Entering stoppage time now at Warner Park. 3 minutes of stoppage time it is, presented by Dvorak Law Group. Eaton stepping up, but couldn't get by that last defender.
Get in, Jake. Up, Devin.
Now Trimmingham.
Up, Devin.
And for working as that center forward for Union Omaha so far this evening. Cleared way upfield by Osumanu. Tough spot here for Tobin. Gets it over to Marchetta, who just saves it in time. And for still attacking. And there's Diaz.
Up. There it is, dummy.
Wojcik, good control there.
Good. Up, Jake.
Smart.
Up, Jake. Up.
Leonard out wide. Here's Paulo Jr. coming back. Bang. Bang. Giro trying to work something together. Just over a minute left for halftime. Tobin almost losing it, and 4. And a foul is called. Elma N4 called for the foul. Collision with Connor Tobin on the Thrive Fantasy replay. And a collision with Marchetta. You see there, got the back of the boot of Connor Tobin. And there will be a yellow card to N4 after that contact. His first of the season.
You just told me. You told me.
Marchetta will reset as we'll see if there is any added stoppage time after the final minute was burned right there.
It's not even close. How is it a yellow card?
Marchetta will take this free kick. Contreras, good volley down the field, but we won't play on. Halftime whistle has sounded here at Warner Park. It's 1-1 with some discrepancies on both sides. And Vanacore Decker was on the run there, but we won't get to see the end of that run. As it's 1-1 at the break. Early on, the strike came for Madison on a set-piece header by Eric Leonard, his first goal, with Madison here in USL League One. And then Union Omaha with a man in that pack. Contreras converting from the PK spot. A lot of electricity, to say the least, in this first half. We'll bring you some more from previous week's highlights coming up next here as we enter halftime from Warner Park. 1-1 between the Owls and the Flamingos. Welcome back here to Warner Park here at the break. 1-1 between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. So plenty of action so far to start off this USL League One season. Let's take a look at some of the action from last weekend. Exciting matchups that started Friday night. We had 2 matchups to show you, a long weather delay to say the least between Orlando City B and Fort Lauderdale CF. And that long strike from far out ended up being the tally for Orlando on the board as they got going, but fortunately just a miscue at the back, causing them to lose 2 of those 3 potential points. Lopez Espin not having to do much as he puts his arms up into the air. He has 2 goals tonight so far at the half for Fort Lauderdale CF. He had 1 there, and he's up there in the Golden Boot race early on, the former Lansing man from the year ago. Well, for Forward Madison, we mentioned it a few times. 4 goals against Tormenta, And we're finding out tonight they look pretty solid on the offensive end. We'll see in the run of play if they can get things going more as well this evening. But nonetheless, they needed that confidence boost. That's what they got against Tormenta. After only having one goal in their first 3 matches, they got 4 in their fourth, along with the help on the debut of Michael Bang for the club. They got 3 points and into the discussion at the 4-point level of the table. Great matchup we saw on Saturday between FC Tucson and Richmond, striking early. McGall Hayes putting one in. And the real storyline in this was Darren Sawatsky battling his former assistant coach, now head coach of FC Tucson. As the Richmond Kickers went up 2-0 in the match. You'll see that second goal here. Terzaghi striking. He's been strong. Yet another Argentine here in League One making great strides. Shaq Adams got one late. Tucson making some runs towards the end, trying to steal a point, but couldn't get it in time. Darren Sawatsky and Richmond Kickers tied for second right now with Union Omaha in USL League One. And then we also had the battle over in Greenville, South Carolina, as the Triumph won yet again. They're the other undefeated club here in USL League One, along with Union Omaha, and they were able to stymie Greg Hurst and the Chattanooga Red Wolves on the evening, along with some help from Dallas J at the back with a big save there in that match right there to keep them off the board. But Greenville, they keep on running despite some tweaks here and there in the lineup. Still strong out there for John Harkes, and they'll have Fort Lauderdale coming up Saturday night. Well, North Texas and New England 2, kind of the big matchup if you want to rewatch one there on ESPN+. 6 goals combined. North Texas, weirdly enough, mistakes at the back 2 times, and 2 goals from it for New England 2. There Firmino striking. And it was actually New England 2 late in the match that was controlling things. 3-2 as we went deeper and deeper on the night. Renato Damas rising for that header as he got his second of the season as well for the Haitian striker. This was that other miscue at the back for North Texas that ended up in a goal. And it was 3-2. And New England 2, tough week for them. Had to make that long trip out to Texas. And a little bit gassed late, not gassed here though, to get this strike off, as this was up for goal of the week. What a booming strike there from outside the box. And King had 2 goals on the night. And here's where the discussion really happens. What occurred here, just a jumbled mess in the box. But that jumbled mess is what got North Texas a point on their home field. Batista and Bruce enough touches in there to get it into the back of the net. And now North Texas in position tonight with a result of 3 points to get into second place of the league, just like that for Eric Quill and his side. So crazy weekend, or a crazy night tonight. 2-1 in favor of Fort Lauderdale down in South Florida. Here in Nebraska, 1-1 between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. We'll be back with more coverage here from Warner Park coming up next.
Happy 16th birthday.
The USL is proud to bring professional soccer back into our communities and across the ESPN family of networks. Follow your local club and don't miss these exciting matches coming up on ESPN2 or ESPN Deportes.
Soccer Champus, the U.S. Soccer has recently instituted the Play On campaign. Try and explain what this looks like in the grassroots communities around the country all the way to the professional level.
Yeah, Mike, I think it starts first and foremost with each of our stakeholders, whether you're a club, a coach, a parent, a player. It starts with setting a tone. It starts with setting a culture and really setting realistic expectations, understanding that COVID is a virus is going to be with us for an unknown amount of time. The guidelines are very basic and fundamental. What Play On has really created is a single voice and something that all of us can point to as a safe and responsible way that our kids can develop, continue to play the sport, can come together in a very responsible way under the guidance of local, state, and national guidelines that really can be one that highlights our sport across the country and in the world. And Play On has demonstrated, I think, over the last 2 months, a very consistent message, and that hasn't changed.
Dr. George Champus, Chief Medical Officer for U.S. Soccer, thank you for not only your time now, but also the work you and healthcare heroes around the country have done over the past months.
Welcome back here into Warner Park as we get set to take a look at news and notes from around USL League One as we finished off Week 5 in USL League One, and we had the highest scoring week of 2020 so far in the young season. And of course, 8 games in 6 days. It's a packed week here on ESPN Plus across the board. Player of the Week honors going to Don Smarter, who's on the field in front of us today. An excellent showing against Tormenta. There he is in the 11. Trimmingham making it on there, 3 clearances and 3 interceptions, along with his other teammate Paulo Jr. as well. Union Omaha, no games last week, so no one made it to the team of the week. As we check out the power rankings here across the board here in USL League One, still kind of matching the standings at the top. A lot of debates happening towards the bottom, of course. New England, too, not yet finding the win column, but a great showing. 3 goals against North Texas to get the point, so maybe an argument there to move them up a bit. FC Tucson, a great matchup as well, getting 3 points over Orlando with 4 goals yesterday. The scoreboard so far this week, just OCB and FC Tucson going final. 4-1 victory for FC Tucson. Rest going through those highlights previously, but Greenville still at the top of the table, getting a late goal from Lachlan McLean. 3 points against the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Now looking at the upcoming schedule in USL League One. So many matches this weekend to tune in for. New England 2 Richmond Kickers start us off, and then 2 matches on Sunday to finish us off. An early one for Chattanooga against Tormenta, and then you can tune in late on ESPN Plus, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as Greenville battles Fort Lauderdale, and it's all chase after the triumph right now. Union Omaha will get sole possession of second if things hold currently. But for now, it is Greenville at the top and Union Omaha tied for second with Richmond. Coming up, of course, here from Warner Park, Battle of the Birds, Omaha and Madison will have halftime highlights and stats for you from the Omaha metro area.
At Centris Federal Credit Union, our members have trusted us with their finances since 1934, from checking and savings accounts to mortgage and auto loans. We're helping members build savings, borrow wisely, and tackle life's adventures. This is who we are now and who we've always been. And with an easy-to-use mobile banking app and access to over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs, staying connected to accounts has never been better. Learn more at centrisfcu.org.
Welcome back here to Warner Park. 1-1 at the break between Union Omaha and Forward Madison FC as we get set to look at how we got here with their halftime highlights here from Warner Park. Well, it started early for Forward Madison in our halftime highlights presented by Bellevue University. Madison getting an early set-piece opportunity that Eric Leonard put home with a great header. Enough power on it to get it by Nuhu. 1-0 to Madison, just like that, off the foot of Vang. But then Omaha trying to find some responses in there, skying a few chances, only the one shot on target early in this match for the Owls. You can see peppering the back line of Madison with a few opportunities. Marchetta not needing to come up huge, though, in that first half. Eaton there, a good opportunity, but a ways away there from that near post to put it on target in his first start. Here's the real difference maker of that first half. It was Tobin after a great footwork move by Vanacore Decker, led to a penalty put home by the 30-year-old captain in Contreras, and then Trimmingham almost getting a touch there. But we're all even at the break, 1-1 on the scoreboard, and we'll see what Mims and Shore come out with in the second half. Very even, one shot apiece on target, and a lot of shots to be had, but just couldn't get those shots off in an accurate fashion due to those clogged boxes. The defense is doing a great job getting in the way and ending those attacks early on. Really physical battle back and forth, only 2 cards. Should expect that total to go up a little bit more, especially when listening to this sideline conversations, to say the least. We're in for a good one here in our first battle of the Birds, at least between Union Omaha and Forward Madison. An anticipated battle, to say the least, heading into this USL League One campaign. One of 2 matchups going on this evening. Forward Madison and Union Omaha here. Down in South Florida, it's Fort Lauderdale CF and North Texas SC, a 2-1 lead at the break, courtesy of Lopez Espin for Fort Lauderdale. So much can change when just a few points separate everyone in the table from second on down to last place at this moment. So every day it's a whole new table to dissect in front of us. And that includes maybe for Union Omaha, the result stands here in front of us, 1-1. They would have sole possession of second place. For Forward Madison, though, if they can get the 3 points today, they would move up to that second place line with Union Omaha and the Richmond Kickers. And Union Omaha, obviously, they would love to get the 3 points here in the second half, as they would move just 3 points behind Greenville with a match still to be played in their favor. Karen Opt with the whistle, getting us ready to go for the second 45.
Pablo, todo izquierda.
Omaha will start with possession here on their home field. White kit moving from left to right. Drip kit for Forward Madison, right to left for this second half. Whistle sounds, we're off and running, second 45. We are where we started, all even on the score line. We'll see who can break through for the 3 points shortly. And I'm Chris Bukoviak, happy to have you with us. Wednesday night USL League One action between Forward Madison and Union Omaha. Pretty even first half battle, both sides had their opportunities. And one shot on target apiece. There's David. Conway cutting inside, stopped in his tracks by Paulo Jr. The big name not with Madison tonight, J.C. Banks out from the 18. He's played the last 29 matches in League One competitions for Forward Madison. Brandon Eaton coming in and offering some chances in the midfield for Forward Madison in his first start of 2020. Bang. Is Trimmingham.
Good, Lowe's. Hold that first, Lowe's. Hold that first, Lowe's. Mike is on.
Boyd Cheek laying it off. This will go back to the Omaha defense, allowing 4 shots and that 1 shot on target. The goal for the Madison Flamingos. 12 combined fouls in that first half, the 2 yellow cards.
Higher, Ethan. Higher, Ethan. Now you come, Mike. Now you come, Mike.
Allsworth going down after the challenge. Allsworth will take this free kick. Former FC Tucson man.
Give me that side load.
Right there, Devin. Ball side, Devin. Higher, more. Yep.
Long ball over the top. It was going to stay in play for a moment. Instead, it's going to be a goal kick in favor of Madison. Las Vegas takes center stage August 25th when Lights FC takes on Orange County SC on ESPN Deportes. Looking to maintain the pace set in Group B, both Las Vegas Lights FC and Orange County SC face a must-win on the national stage. Don't miss the drama unfold August 25th at 10 p.m. on ESPN Deportes.
You gotta be inside,
Forward Madison on the attack, through ball down the left side. Paulo Jr. there, crossover. And over to Smart on the right side of the field. Nothing comes of it, at least for now. Deflected out. Corner kick for forward Madison. Creating chances was the issue for Madison until their last match against Tormenta. They look like a different side even tonight. Entering today's match, last in League One in shots per game and shots on target, along with shot on goal percentage. It's been a rough start for Madison, but looking to come into form these last two matches.
To the right, though. Come on. Brandon, you go to the right.
Union Omaha on the other side, top 3 in shots per game and shots on target per game.
Today, ref.
Madison trying to take the lead here. Giro over the ball. Leonard trying to keep the attack alive. Deflected. He'll at least win a corner kick out of it.
Today, there's a ball over there. Let's go.
Look at that Madison drip kit on the road for tonight's action. Normally we see it at Hart Park in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. For Madison playing their home matches this season just over an hour to the east outside Milwaukee due to local health restrictions. Another opportunity here. Take the lead. Ball whipped in. Still down. The box and cleared. It's a goal kick for Nuhu and Omaha. Jay Mims telling us that she Nuhu offering a common presence for this back line. Loves his vision from the back as well. Very quiet off the field. Very competitive as a player and a person.
Come on. Good follow.
Conway goes down, felt some contact from Giro, but play on here from Warner Park. Ball heads into the Madison bench. It'll be a throw-in for Omaha. Allsworth, the right back, comes over to take it. Omaha moving the troops forward. They've been very much a second half team this year offensively. Scored both of their goals against Tucson in the second half. Of course, their winner against North Texas coming in the second half from Conway. Vanacore Decker couldn't get through the double team. Now Tobin has to clear. The captain does just that for Madison. Here's N4. Crossover, N4. The attempt at the bicycle kick goes to the wayside, and Connor Tobin was there for the header. Well, that would have been an insane play, to say the least. Let's take another look at the Thrive Fantasy replay. But a dangerous ball nonetheless sent in by N4. Hallsworth getting set to send this in. Jacob Kroll will take it, the Indiana native. Played with Charlotte Eagles in USL League 2. See how high up the field this back line is for Omaha. Ball down and forwards there, clear by Tobin. Great stop by the center back. The attack continues. Conway sends it in, cleared by Trimmingham. Out of play is Hallsworth. Minnesota native leading Union Omaha in interceptions so far this season with 8. That was a big success against North Texas. All the players logging 19 interceptions together. That's the most for a team in a match this season in League One. Now Conway moves it out wide. Hallsworth, great look here. Sends it back across. Stopped in its tracks by Giro. Wojcik couldn't get to that. Disciplined attack to start this second half for Union Omaha. Here's Boyce, St. Louis native. David. Looks like a handball there, wasn't called. As Madison back on the attack. There's Nuhu. Out of play, just a missed touch there for Viator. And it's back like that for Madison after they bunkered in there for a few minutes. Omaha on the attack out of the break. And their undefeated start. The one problem for Union Omaha has been their shot percentage. They're tied last in the league at 9.1%. But their shot on goal percentage quite different, but 49%. It's 5th in the league as Bang is down for forward Madison. Second consecutive start for Daryl Shore. Bang still down as the trainer comes on. That's something you want to see that from a player that made his debut just last week. You can hear the Omaha Parliament taking this opportunity to get some energy onto the field. Bang being invited to Combine, showcase his counts. For forward Madison, that's how he ended up making the team. His brother playing college soccer in the state of Wisconsin and helping to make that connection through his head coach, get him that tryout. Play for that man, Daryl Shore. And he has shown very well early on. Adding that extra creative touch in the midfield. And from the first whistle, Daryl Shore telling us that he's very impressed with this play. The start against Tormenta last week. He said the biggest component really is that trust factor between his teammates and him. His teammates know that he will get them the ball on the field. Bang. His night is done. That's tough to see there for him in his second appearance for forward Madison. On comes Jamel Cox for forward Madison. Looked very strong when he started against Richmond Kickers 2 weeks ago. See what he can bring here. Now making his 5th appearance of the season. 3 goals, 3 assists for FC Tucson last year, and now joining Madison for 2020. Native of Tacoma, Washington. See how they line up now, because he's been mostly at the wing slot for Daryl Shore. Bang was playing more centrally today in the starting 11. Last few minutes, we did have another goal go on the board for Fort Lauderdale CF. Valencia finding the back of the net. It's 3-1 now to Fort Lauderdale CF over North Texas. Talk about a resurgent team. How about Fort Lauderdale losing in their opener against Greenville Triumph, but they've really bounced back in recent matches when included over Tormenta. Subs coming on for J Mims, changing things up for the Owls out there. Freddie Souza and Ibashevich coming on. Night is done for Evan Conway, one of the 2 players to make the team from the team's tryouts in the preseason. Now Souza will come on, former Las Vegas Lights player. And then Elma Enfor coming up for, so this is a direct switch for the center forward slot out there. Ibashevich, Bosnia and Herzegovina native at 22 years old. 1 cap for his country. Cap against the United States in a friendly back in 2018. 2 years with University of Nebraska Omaha, logging 13 goals and 36 appearances. We're playing recently in Slovenia and Germany. So far, he's only had 2 appearances, logging 16 minutes, though. This will be his longest outing so far this season, and we'll see if he can find the match winner maybe for Union Omaha. A good cut there, but knocked to the wayside as Madison gets back an attack formation. Here's Tobin. Back with Omaha in the white kit. Now Boyce. Souza. Maybe a breakaway opportunity for Madison. We have some numbers here. Here's Cox. Floats the ball over, and nearly a diving stop made by Nuhu. Instead, that goes out of play. Of the goal kick for Union Omaha. Taking another look at this on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Cox putting the ball in a dangerous spot for this Omaha defense, but off the mark as well. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Union Omaha or Forward Madison and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on your team's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club today. Marchetta takes it in the back. He'll heave it downfield. Play slowing down just a bit after Union Omaha really took control for a few minutes out of the halftime break there. Now it's Madison more on the ball. With Diaz out of the back and Cox on the wing. They're smart, offering some help. Loft this over. Diaz, a great run into the box. Kroll got the stop. No, Diaz flicked it into the box. And Nuhu there to pick it up, luckily here in the 63rd. Both teams only logging that 1 shot on target to this point. 12 shots combined between the two. It's been tough finding some open room to work with in the opposing box, to say the least. Union Omaha style, very much in the stats. 12 open play crosses so far. Using those wings to their advantage. Ibashevich is there. Marchetta, a mistouch, scooped up by the sub-on, and Marchetta is there. But almost a big misplay by the Madison keeper. It's Ibashevich still trying to find the back of the net for the first time for his pro side. And Thrive Fantasy replay, you can see there, another bicycle kick attempt that didn't end up turning out, but love to see one this evening. Giro getting the touch out of play, throw in for forward Madison here on the near side. Wojcik, you're smart. Try Cox on the right side. Ball sent on, knocked down. Back to Giro. Giro still on his run, given back. Stopped by Osumanu, getting right there in time before the ball. Got the Giro shot from far out, and luckily for Nuhu, off target as well. Don Smart just having a whack at that one into the Omaha Parliament. As the ball fell free outside of the box. Now the Ghanaian keeper will send this down the field. Ball sent in, cleared by Trimmingham. Smart. And good job by Union Omaha getting their players back here. Viader sliding in, but gives it right to Smart. Throw in for Madison. Hallsworth. Souza. Stolen back right there by Madison, stepping up. Good tackle there by Hallsworth, and it's back with Union Omaha. And back over to Nuhu as neither side can really find that consistency in the final third. To this point. Union Omaha hitting the road to Globe Life Park in North Texas coming up on Sunday. Madison also playing on Sunday. They will host Orlando City B at Hart Park. That start 4 p.m. Central Time. For Omaha, their start 8 p.m. Central Time. Viader, the fullback, stepping all the way up. Contreras, he scored the goal from the PK spot in the first half for Omaha. Osumanu, tipped there. Souza on the run, chipped it in. Vanacore Decker was there, but it hopped over his head. Contreras whips it in. Good look there as Trimmingham has to come to the rescue. And it's going to be a corner kick for Union Omaha out of all that. This corner kick presented by CHI Health. For Omaha, that's corner number 3 on the match. See if they can capitalize on this one. Boyce over the ball. Former Brazos Valley player in USL League 2 last year. Boyce gets under this one, headed wide and out of play. Player down for Madison as well after that contact. It's Brandon Eaton. Good to see him quickly back up onto his feet. Chesapeake, Virginia native. Stayed in his home state for quite a while for his college and pro career. On the Thrive Fantasy replay, Souza there getting a touch to the head, it seemed, or caught up in the collision. And it will be another corner kick presented by CHI Health. They go a different route this time. Hallsworth the service in, but Eaton's right there. Ball sent in, knocked down by Marchetta, out of play, and another corner kick coming for Union Omaha, presented by CHI Health. Big stop there by the Madison keeper and the defensive unit. It stays 1-1 here in the 69th. Service. Marchetta couldn't get to it with his one arm out, and it fell free. Cox trying to lead the charge the other way. Paulo Jr. on the run, and a great track back by Viator. Viator there to make the stop, as free kick is won by Union Omaha, and suddenly they're feeling some confidence here on the offensive end. Bishevich winning that foul in the Thrive Fantasy replay against Trimmingham, who is on a card, remember, from the first half. Yoder, Boyce over the ball. Eaton trying to mark that man on the near side. Viator now whips it on. Headed up, still alive, Marchetta's there. Right at that right post, and he grabs it. Foul is called. Souza, who just recently came on. Foul was called, and despite Madison asking for some cards, looks like we won't have any for now. As we will see the pro debut come on for number 31 right there, the Los Angeles native, Noah Fuson. His first pro contract as he comes on. Really a burst of energy off the bench that Daryl Shore is hoping for with his speed and finishing ability. Fernandez coming on, the West Babylon native in New York, on for Brandon Eaton. Fernandez making his 5th appearance of the season. We'll see what Fuson can add for forward Madison. Announced his signing earlier this week. After high school, Fuson heading to England for academy play. And this will be a corner kick for forward Madison.
We didn't touch the ball. You gotta hurry. No, this is right.
There's Fuson. Had trials with Sacramento Republican, Loudon United, but didn't pan out. Not getting his opportunity with Daryl Shore and Madison. Service in, back post, falls through. Contreras is there to at least give his defense some breathing room. The throw in for Madison on the far side. 73rd minute, and those 2 goals in the first half still stand alone here at Warner Park. Boyce, clearance downfield. As Tobin sends it all the way back to Marchetta. Nice footwork from the keeper. Surely giving his coaching staff a heart attack there, but handled it well. Paolo Jr., 50-50 ball fighting, but no, it is not 50-50 as a foul is called against the Madison forward. Paolo Jr., second team All-League last year in League One. Now at 31 years old, a really great career. Major League Soccer, of course, spent a few years with Real Salt Lake before breaking through in the USL in the 2010-2011 CONCACAF Champions League, getting a few appearances, including goals against Toronto and a brace against Cruz Azul. Foul called. Back over to Union Omaha. As Karen Opp tries to sort things out in this match here in the 74th. Taking a look here. Late touch in there by Eric Leonard, the goal scorer for Madison on the Thrive Fantasy replay. And it's Trimmingham that's down. He had some injury troubles to start the season, so not a good sign there for the Madison staff. He slowly worked his way back. But he's been starting since then, with also Jalen Chrysler being out recently. This will be our hydration break for the second half, presented by Nebraska Medicine. And Trimmingham up there, brief limp, but hopefully he can continue. So far in the match, Madison has used 3 substitutions, so they have 2 more. And for Omaha, they've only used 2, so they have 3 more. Let's take a look at the road ahead for both of these sides. Of course, they both play on Sunday, so a short week for them to say the least. At North Texas go Union Omaha before coming back here to face FC Tucson on August 29th. Of course, you can head to the team's website for further information on tickets that are available for that one as we look deeper into the schedule. Forward Madison on the other side, mentioned they play OCB coming up on Sunday, and then they will see North Texas SC at Hart Park coming up on the 30th, and then a really tough road stretch you can see down the line. So Madison wanting to get some points now as they hit on the road quite a few times as we begin September. We're already at here in USL League One. Kind of amazing. Labor Day is right around the corner. That will end our hydration break presented by Nebraska Medicine. We'll see if one of these teams can break through late in this match. Union Omaha, they've done that before. Gave up a goal late against FC Tucson to Eric Fergan. They're looking to get one of their own here in the final 14 minutes, plus stoppage time of play here from Warner Park. Out of play, and it's a throw-in for forward Madison. Giro will take it. 3 combined shots on target for the two sides, 16 combined shots. A tough one in terms of offensive chances. Souza, Contreras, captain of Omaha. Viator down the left side, cuts back. Ball sent in and cleared by Tobin. Tobin having some excellent defensive stops in this match. He leads his team by far with now 11 clearances on the night. What a showing for Connor Tobin. Tobin, 132 clearances last year. He led League One in that category. Now a corner kick presented by CHI Health from Boyce. Boyce in the short route. Viator sends it in. Deflection, attempt at a clearance by Trimmingham, who's back on. There's Halsworth. Headed up, second opportunity, but Marchetta calls off his defenders and grabs it in here in the 79th. Fuson breaking through. Kroll. Down the sideline, did not go out. It's back with Madison on that interception. Marchetta, pressure, he'll clear it up the field, but right back to Omaha. Here's Boyce. Cuts it over, but miscommunication, clearance by Tobin. Mims, some nice hustle there to get his team the ball back quickly. Halsworth. Ball sent in. Vanacore Decker heads it back. The shot is wide. Oh, Souza on the doorstep. Left knocking. It looked like he was a little surprised by that pass back, but a brilliant awareness from Vanacore Decker. The Thrive Fantasy replay, take a look. On a platter, but Souza just off balance there. Got wide open and nearly put one home. Union Omaha, so many chances in this match, but just has not been able to finish them. But more to come from that here in the 81st, and still, of course, plenty of time for either side to get the 3 points. If the current result stands in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale with a 3-1 victory over North Texas, they would vault up to a tie for at least third following the night at 7 points. Resurgent bunch to watch out for in South Florida as we head down the line. They'll have Greenville coming up this weekend. New England 2, Richmond Friday night. Early start on Saturday in the early afternoon with Chattanooga and Tormenta doing battle. And Tormenta, team to keep an eye on, at 3 straight losses, trying to rebound, see if they can do so. A team that was rattled with injuries to start the year and players missing. They have a chance to bounce back against Jimmy Obleda and the Red Wolves. Side that in their own regard will look to bounce back after they were undefeated, but that was ended by the Triumph. A late goal in that one. New Who and Omaha building from the back. Headed out of play by Trimmingham. Quick throw in by Halsworth. Cleared by Giro. Collisions left and right, and it's back where we started. A throw in for Omaha. A quick one at that. Lubashevich going down edge of the box. Was it in it? That's the question. And it's at least going to be a yellow card on Trimmingham, which will be his second of the match. And further action ensuing as well. Tensions have been brewing all night. And for Trimmingham, his night is done, and he will miss the Sunday match. Coming up against OCB. Now in the 83rd minute at home, Union Omaha a chance to take advantage.
Hey, that comes off the wrong call here on the throw-in. That comes off the wrong call. So what did I tell you earlier about what that guy does to us? Huh? He screws us. Okay? Off the wrong call. Yeah, but
So a free kick just barely along the line there of the box. Ibashevich, a great first touch, forcing the drag down. Trimmingham getting a second yellow.
Eli, Coxie on the left, you go to the right. I'm talking to my player. Eli, you go to the right, Coxie on the left.
Two-man wall for Madison, a very tight angle. Let's see what Omaha brings from the training ground here. Ball sent in, tried to flick on, another opportunity still alive. Ibashevich got a shot off, but it was blocked. And it stays with Omaha. We stay 1-1 on the scoreline, but now Madison a man down here for the final 6 minutes plus stoppage time. And tactically, we will see a switch now. As coming off will be Paulo Jr. On comes Eli Lockaby, the fullback with the Richmond Kickers last year. Orlando native. Come on to offer some support here.
Can't have mistakes like that. Can't have mistakes like that. He thinks it's funny. This is what he thinks is funny. A mistake like that. Okay? A mistake like that.
Here's Boyce.
Don't go too deep.
Lockaby lining up on the left wing. Boyce sends it in. Now Lockaby trying to pounce the other way. Lays it off, but miscommunication. It's back with Omaha. Boyce the flick on. Betancourt Decker on the run. Fernandez was there. And out of play, it's a corner kick. Enough pressure from Omaha to pick that one back. Now CHI help. Corner kick.
Eli, just pick up Eli. Eli, pick somebody up. Pick somebody up.
Fans looking for some electricity here at Warner Park. Will they find it on the boot of Boyce? Service. Knocked back there. It looked like Souza got a touch. Yet another opportunity for the man off the bench. The Otter. Service in. A touch deflected out. And a goal kick there for forward Madison.
I mean, I know you saw that go off of that. That is so bad.
North Texas trying to make a late comeback against Fort Lauderdale on the road. 3-2 now in favor of the home side, as we're 1-1 here in the 87th. Marchetta gets us going here in our final few minutes of action. Lockaby lays it off. Good give and go here. Buson and Lockaby working well. As a skip ball's in there, easy pickup for Nuhu. Souza. Giveaway at the back. Fuson is there. Bending ball is wide off the mark. A wishful chance. But Nuhu was off his line. And they get out of that situation. Forward Madison down a man on the pitch, remember. Trimmingham, second yellow a few minutes ago. The Otter driving ahead. Diaz the stop. Fuson cuts to his right, to his left now, still going, and out of play. Osumanu was there. A good opportunity in his debut for forward Madison. Boyce now limping a bit after that action, tracking back. Halsworth intercepted. Good reading of the game there by Giro. And Madison an opportunity now to move the troops ahead. Diaz. Taken back by Viator. Over to Kroll. As we tick down final minute here of action before stoppage time here from Omaha. Kroll. Try a left flank now. Vanacore Decker. Souza. Back to Vanacore Decker. Bending ball in, headed away by Tobin. Continues an excellent match for the center back. Foul is called. Omaha making an offensive substitution now. Mare will come on for his fourth appearance of the season. On for Contreras, the captain. Mare, 16 appearances with the Red Wolves of Chattanooga last year. Now into stoppage time, presented by the Vorak Law Group. And we just received word 5 minutes from the sideline. Kroll stepping up, Omaha controlling things since that second yellow card to Trimmingham, and this skip ball head back to Marchetta, who had to play it there with Souza on the run. Madison not stretching too much. 10 men on the field. They're stretching enough there for Leonard to win the ball. And then Giro. Leonard. Couldn't keep possession there, though. Omaha trying to get the attack going the other way. Good through ball is stopped in its tracks by Fernandez. Fernandez sliding into that other center back role alongside Tobin. Here's Diaz. Puts it over the top, but a bit too close to Kroll. Out for a throw-in for the Flamingos. See if forward Madison can steal the 3 points late on the road. Fuson gives it off, now Diaz. Fuson, cross deflected. Diaz, through ball. Lockaby, knocked away by Nuhu. Had to come off his line and got the job done. Potentially a long throw incoming for forward Madison.
Mark behind you, Luke. See him, Luke.
Fuson offering some support as this is crossed in.
Higher, Devin.
Now Hallsworth. Vanacore Decker. Tracked down by Cox. He wins it. Tried the through ball. Lockaby was right there, but couldn't get it through the double team. Boyce. Ibashevich went down at midfield. And then the ball stolen there by Diaz. Back to Madison. Under 2 minutes remaining in our stoppage time. Cox. Out of play right in front of the Madison bench. It's a throw in for the away side as Giro comes up to take it. And forward Madison in no rush here, down a man, tied up on the score line. Cox couldn't get there, back where we started.
Higher, Dev. Come on, ref. Playing you all night.
Maybe the final opportunity here for either side. Vanacore Decker on the run. Vanacore Decker puts it over. Another stop by Tobin. Great night for the Madison center back. As this goes out of play. Over to Nuhu. Getting the numbers forward. Headed down, but right into the open arms of Marchetta as Maury was there. He'll heave this downfield. Kroll. Nice pass there. To the outside. Maury. Cross in. Marchetta off his line. A bobbled grab. And he'll pick it up.
Why are we still playing?
And that was the final opportunity for Union Omaha. We split the points here at Warner Park. Forward Madison hanging tough at the end to get their point on the road. What a matchup. For the first time between these two clubs. Jay Mims and his side still staying undefeated but unable to get the 3 points at home here to solidify second place, but that does ensure that at least for another night they will be in second place in USL League One. What a physical battle here in front of us, and let's take a look at our Bellevue University man of the match here, and it's the goal scorer for Union Omaha. Contreras, the captain, stepping up to the spot and knocking it home after Tobin gave up that penalty opportunity. He's our Bellevue University man of the match. Contreras getting it done to tie things up in the first half. We're all equal at halftime, all equal at full time. Of course, we'll be back with full match highlights and stats next here from Warner Park.
Here you go.
Thank you. So where did you even start?
Nebraska Madison.
Really?
He's home now. They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
I have some good news. Cancer's in remission. CAR T cells worked.
Oh my God, amazing. They actually removed the clot that was causing Marie's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
Welcome back here into Omaha, Nebraska. 1-1 final between the Owls and the Flamingos here, splitting the points for Madison on the road. Let's take a look at our highlights from tonight's action and how we got here. And it started with forward Madison. Under 10 minutes in, they get a set piece with service like that. Eric Leonard finding the back of the net. Off and running just like they were against Tormenta. And the chances kept on coming for them. Brandon Eaton putting that one just wide. They really took it to Omaha early on here on the road. Here's the real deal breaker, though, for forward Madison. Tobin giving up that opportunity at the PK spot, and Contreras making it look easy here for his first goal in the Union Omaha kit. Well, back and forth battle, to say the least, after that 1-1 equalizer. Both teams got their chances, but just 4 combined shots on target for tonight's action. And you can see so many chances in the box, but not really able to get the accuracy going. We saw a few bicycle kick attempts, to say the least. Would have loved to see those converted, but nothing did come of them on the end of the match. That ball across. Cox really added a burst of energy off the bench, along with Noah Fuson for forward Madison. Don Smart, dangerous opportunity into the stands as well in the second half, testing Nuhu. Omaha, they controlled possession late in the match, and they almost got a leading goal out of it. Souza off the bench. He had a few chances. That one went wide after Vanacore Decker, just brilliant service there to lay it up and potentially give him the chance. Trimmingham, there's his first yellow of the match earlier on, and then what to remember, late in the match as well, he would get his second yellow, pulling down Ivashevich on the run. And his night done, and he'll be out for the match against OCB coming up on Sunday for forward Madison at Hart Park. So that's a big loss at the center back spot for sure. Omaha really controlled things late on, especially with Madison down to 10 men. That was a key chance, and Marchetta stood tall at the end of the day after giving up that goal on the PK spot. So look at this, 22 shots, just 4 combined on target. Not the best day offensively for either side. You don't really see it with the cards on the board, but it was a physical battle, to say the least. A fun one as well. Just 19 combined fouls, but really a lot of 50-50 balls. Great action to watch, and a 1-1 draw on the board. And here's how the standings look now. Look at Fort Lauderdale tonight getting 3 points over North Texas. They're all of a sudden up at 7 points, along with the Richmond Kickers. Union Omaha sole possession of second place at 8 points, and still undefeated up there along with Greenville. Of course, they'll both play this weekend as we continue our action ahead here with the week's action in USL League One. We'd like to thank our entire crew. I'm Chris Makovic, and thank you for joining us for tonight's action. 1-1 at halftime, 1-1 full-time. What a showing by either side. Of course, plenty of action to come across the USL League One landscape this week. We'll be back with you on ESPN Plus. New England 2 battling the Richmond Kickers coming up Friday night, so stay with us for that. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you for the weekend coming up.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.